Are you still resisting the fact that you're not sleeping? Or have you embraced and acknowledged it without any emotion attached to it? I'm sure that if you've been struggling to fall asleep and stay asleep, that you have asked yourself why. But why is not a good question. Have you asked yourself, what could possibly be keeping me up? And have you done it in a way that shows yourself some form of compassion or understanding in a non-judgmental way? If you're not showing yourself compassion, I highly recommend that you give it a try, because there's something much bigger going on underneath the surface, and it's causing the inability for you to shut your mind off. Take a minute and consider these questions and hit the pause button so that you could take a couple of minutes to think about this. What are you worrying about? What are you anticipating happening? What are you holding on to? What is it that you are being hard on yourself about? And if you haven't done this yet, have you been able to inject humor into the situation and your experience so that you have a different emotion around it and you can experience the problem in a different way? Being a sleep specialist, I've realized that you've probably asked yourself a million questions. And when you're in the thick of the experience and the problem has become more robust, which means harder to get rid of, that it seems entirely impossible to end this perpetual state of being with a lack of sleep. But I know the right questions can help change your perspective on the issue, and it can help you shift your feelings and beliefs around the problem long enough just for that problem to go away and the sleep to return. And sometimes all it takes is just a simple curiosity and questioning yourself about what could possibly be so important that your body and your mind are trying to keep you awake long enough for you to figure it out. And when you are able to unearth this information and go deep enough for you to understand what this cause of unrest has been from, your sleep can return. What I've also noticed with my clients in conversation is that the more they are hard on themselves about having this issue of not sleeping, I can't fall asleep, I can't stay asleep, it's ruining my life, it's causing me so much pain, the more that they focus on this, the longer they get to keep that problem. And I know that this is very difficult, but when you stop assigning all of these meanings to the problem doesn't have a reason to stick around anymore. If you can find some way to have a neutral feeling around the issue, then it doesn't have power over you any longer. Ultimately, understanding, having compassion, and changing the feelings that you have around this issue can make long-term and permanent changes for you in your sleep disruption issue. And a lot of people might not agree with this, but I see it because I work with so many people in the sleep area of falling asleep, staying asleep is just a problem. This really is an attraction-based issue. A lot of problems are. When we assign meanings and we keep layering those meanings, the problem becomes bigger over time. And if we're not able to solve it when around the time that the problem was created, for whatever reason, it can take a lot longer to figure out on your own. When you give deliberate attention to the problem that you have, it doesn't matter if it's weight loss or insomnia or procrastination or money issues, the more you focus on the fact that that exists, that those are problems, the more those problems become bigger problems. It's very difficult to let go of something when you assign so many feelings and meanings to it. If you are able to stop assigning so many meanings to your problem and you stop giving it so much attention and power over you, it can no longer have the same effect over you ever again.